Sairam, today's discussion and deliberation, Chintan Manthan, is about the subject which is called the betrayal. Now, multiple opinions about betrayal. Each one of us might at times at different times and different occasions of our life might have felt that we have been betrayed. Knowingly, or most of us want to believe that unknowingly we also might have betrayed. So the definition of betrayal and how to deal with betrayal, right? That is the subject which we are going to discuss. And what is the cause of betrayal? Where does it stem from betrayal? Because this is one of the most, it's one of the worst karma that one can perform. Dushkarma is betrayal. Very, very. It's breaching the trust, somebody's trust, which they have pledged in you, faith that they have pledged in you. Now, let us step back. Let us take a step towards our past, the origin, where it all began, our birth and our destiny. Now, as per the yogic belief system, which is the truth, which is very logical, that's why yogis believe. Yogis don't believe anything and everything. As per the yogic belief system, the destiny is something which is not written by somebody, old man sitting above. It is we who write our own experiences and realities which we are going to go through in this birth. So that is what draws the destiny. The universe will allow us to write our own destiny. That is how the system works. Based on our sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is accumulated. When we shed the body, when we are out of the body, and before we taking birth into a new body, all other karma ceases to exist. Only thing that exists is your sanchita karma, accumulated karma of all your births. Based on that, all these experiences and realities of our life is what has been written. And we are going to go through those experiences, including this incident of getting betrayed. Betrayal is also something which is above and beyond your control, and it is that experience of getting betrayed is also written by you before taking birth. Karma, or the action or the deed, is an unending loop, infinite loop. What happens once you are betrayed? Two things. Either you feel pain, you are agonized, you are hurt, you go mute, you don't speak about it. You will internalize the pain and agony, continue to live with it, suffer, sulk, one way of reaction. The other one, retaliation. What happens? Somebody betrays, backstabs you, you will not spare vengeance. I am not going to leave you. You betrayed me, I will retaliate. This is another way of our reaction, right? That is where the problem begins. Retaliation to what your experiences are, in any manner, is where the Ridhanabandha starts, negative Ridhanabandha starts building up. So what do? How do we handle betrayal? How do we handle gossip? See, betrayal origin stems from different reasons, right? There are different reasons why there is a betrayal. First thing is, betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from somebody who is close to you, whom you love, whom you trust, whom you think is yours, whom you feel that you can confide in, whom you think that they are your friends, whom you think that they are part of your life. So they are the ones who are going to betray you. Strangers don't, your enemies don't. You don't trust your enemies, you don't trust any strangers. Right? So betrayal comes from somebody who's very close to you. That's why it pains. That's number one. These are all facts we know, but at times we tend to, overlook these things. These are Chintan and Manthan. Why is it necessary? Is that it evolves you intellectually. Because these are all known facts, but it is put in the right perspective. When we discuss and deliberate, you can handle life better. Right. Now, what cause of betrayal is trust. So, like Buddha said, Gautama Buddha said, that cause of pain is want of joy. Want of happiness is the cause of pain. Right? So this is how even everything, like the betrayal comes from the fact that you trust. Trust. Breach of trust. Word is trust. Faith, trust, whatever we call it. Now, how do we handle that? When we have written this reality in our lives, in our destiny, and we have descended here, we have come here. What we have decided to do, this is a world which is influenced and governed by illusion, Maya. And betrayal comes from mainly out of Arishad Vargas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the six Arishad Vargas, six weapons of Maya, right? It can be for any one of these reasons. For any one of these. Basically, out of one of these reasons, you are going to be betrayed. Right? If somebody, karma is not necessarily restricted to lust, the want. They want something which you are entitled to, they barge in, generally these things happen in schools and colleges. Right? Your close friend betrays you, grabs your notes and scores higher, or competes with you in tests and then outbeats you, or in your career, your colleagues, or whatever. So whom you know, you trusted, you shared, you confided in. Right? The want, the desire is one of the Arishad Vargas. Krodha, out of anger against you, somebody can betray you. Out of greed, somebody can betray you. Out of attachment to something else, worldly thing, they don't care for the relationship, they can betray you. So the betrayal comes from several reasons out of these Arishad Vargas. So what is the decision which you have made when you have taken birth? Is it that you will not trust anybody? We can't live like that. Right? So is it that how are we going to handle this thing as betrayal? This is just trying to put the things in right perspective. It's nothing which you don't know which is being told. Baba always said that I won't teach you anything new. I'm just going to clear the muck or the dust which has covered your knowledge. Right? So betrayal is one of the reasons when Veerabhadrappa and Channabasappa story in Sri Sai Satcharita, which speaks about betrayal. And then how they start regressing, the animosities. The first thing, your conscience, you as a soul, whilst taking birth, have decided for this reality that you are going to endure But how you are going to handle that is something which you have decided. But you should handle exactly like that. You should not retaliate. Neither should you sulk or inflict pain or and agony on yourself. There is no point. You can't agonize yourself, you can't go through the pain yourself. You have to reason it. The whole thing, betrayal is dependency. The reason for betrayal is faith. Faith, in other words, is dependency on somebody other than yourself. You are not going to be dependent. You are not going to be a parasite. You are not going to be someone who is going to depend emotionally on anybody or everybody other than yourself and your Guru. This is why the faith has to be pledged in your Guru. The faith in your Guru is the one which is going to take you out of this pain of betrayal. In the worldly life, they say trust but verify. Right? You can't sit and verify everyone. And more often, quite often rather, the one who's going to betray you doesn't plan to betray you. It is very circumstantial. Betrayal is something that thought and that circumstance will evolve over a period of time when you are in a relationship with that person. It's not something which is established. A relationship is being established to betray. Yes, that also is true, but then that won't hurt you much because the relationship itself is non-existent. It comes with an agenda, manipulation. But nobody gets into a relationship, nobody lives in a relationship and plans to betray. A pre-plan. It is a very spontaneous, it is very circumstantial. This is something which evolves over a period of time. It is something which is an incident of betrayal happens not immediately, over a period of time once a relationship is mature. Right? So the only way, if we have to understand how to keep yourself insulated from this thought of getting betrayed, is no expectation from anybody. Zero. We go back to Nishkama Karma. Maintaining a relationship is also a karma, but a Nishkama Karma. Nishkama Karma is what has been the best karma which has been said in Bhagavad Gita. Even holding on to a relationship, Ridana Bandha Rina, is also a karma. How do we manage that? Manage it without any expectations. The day you expect anything out of any relationship, there is certainly a strong possibility of betrayal, intentional or unintentional. Giving the examples of saints and monks. What Baba said, my life is a teaching in itself. Saints and monks' lives itself is teaching. There's nothing, they don't refer to any books. Their life is an example and teaching in itself. Does any of the monks and saints and yogis who have descended, I am not saying whether they are betrayed or not betrayed, but has it unsettled them, or upset them, or angered them, or hurt them? No. No. First of all, the betrayal, has it happened to them? No. Why? Why is it that none of these monks and saints and sadhakas of big stature, they don't have this experience of betrayal? Why is it so? They don't have any expectations from anybody. You as anybody, they don't have they expect nothing from us. Nishkam karma. They love you. They take care of us. They look after our progression. What do they want from you? Nothing. The day they expect something, including your loyalty, including your obedience, including they saying that stick to me, there goes transaction. Expectation. That is an expectation. They bound to get betrayed. They are not masters yet. Baba never confided anybody to his order. Ramana Maharshi never did that. Swami Vivekananda never did that. Paramahansa Yogananda, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, I mean all these monks worthy of their stature. Nobody. Come. Go. When you are here, I'll look after you. You want to go, go. They never said that if you leave me, you are going to get hurt. Out of compassion, Baba stopped somebody from traveling. That's not what I meant. You choose another path, no problem. Suit yourself. He's a guru. Otherwise, he himself is expecting a loyalty from you, obedience from you, allegiance to his order from you. Then where is he? Anyway, that apart, we are not talking about the betrayal. Anybody betrayal which is experienced by the so-called master, but I am talking about in general. Right? So this entire thing of betrayal, how to handle, how to make sure that we don't get adversely affected. First thing, dependency should be zero on anything. Maintain a relationship without any expectation. Perform your karma without any expectation. Nishkama karma. Nishkama sambandha. Including our spouses, our children. Duty bound, love, compassion. Kabira khada bazaar mein mange sab ki khair. Na kahu se dosti, na kahu se bair. He's in the marketplace. He loves everybody, wishes good for everybody. He loves everybody. He has zero expectations from anybody. That is the way we have to manage our lives. What has happened thus far is something which we cannot alter. Going forward, how do we handle it? And even I always say, I give a very, simple examples. It's like, stacked vermicellis. Vermicellis are straight, सेमिया. So साथ में बैठे मतलब टाइट से पकड़ के पाउच में बैठे हैं, लेकिन एक धागे में बांधे हैं, लेकिन आप खोलो हर एक अलग अलग हो जाएगा. Human relationship should be like that. We are all in this path together, but our journeys are independent. We have to walk our walk. It can be your own spouse, your own child. Doesn't make a difference. Compassion is there, emotion is there, love is there. But they are individuals. Everyone's experience is individual. Their own. Their travel is their own. अगर किसी ने हलवा बनाया, मैं हलवा चखा हूँ और बोलूँगा इतना स्वादिष्ट है. The sweet that I eat is so delicious. No matter how much I try to explain it, I may try, but unless and until you don't taste it, you won't experience it. No. So likewise, life is like this. We are in this life, this travel, the journey, in it together, stacked. But we love each other, we are compassionate towards each other. Life as in your relationships, your friendships, and whatever. We are all in it together. But when you have no expectation, and your most important thing, the conclusive statement to make on this regarding this thought of betrayal is again goes back to your Guru. Trust your Guru. First know who your Guru is. Once you are in the custody of your Guru, just trust your Guru. He will never betray you. Your Guru will never let you down. Your Guru will never backstab you. Whether living, a Guru who is in body or Guru who is left. And most importantly, a Guru has no expectations from you. Whatever expectations you may have, please have it with your Guru. From your Guru. Your whole life, the answer to the question is navigates, narrows down, and goes on to the feet of your Guru. Your relationship with your Guru. Baba's one of the statements out of 11 promises and statements that he has made, which is, there are 11 jewels each, 11 best diamonds, his statements. He said, show unto me one person, he who has come to my refuge and has been turned down or turned away. One person. Baba throws a challenge. One person who has come to my refuge. Stress on the word refuge. Refuge you go only when you trust someone. Show unto me he who has come to my refuge. One person and who is being turned away. Not one person. True Guru. This is true for all the true masters, right masters, correct masters. Right. The Gurus, some of the Gurus themselves are, stuck in this Arishad Vargas. They themselves, so-called self-appointed people. Anyway, good luck to them. They are expecting so many things from their followers. A Guru doesn't expect anything from you. Zero. Then he is a Guru. Your whole life goes round and round and round and comes back to the feet of your Guru. Your relationship with your Guru. You have yoga bandhus, fellow sadhakas, fellow yogis and yoginis. We are all in it together. We are stuck together. We go on our retreats. We went to Varanasi. We went to Shirdi. Now we are going to Kedarnath as well as Rishikesh. But we go have a beautiful time under the blessings of our Guru, Sri Saipanth Maharaj. Progress, learn something. Very happily we get back to our lives. Be together, live together, love one another, maintain a relationship with one another without any expectations. I am not saying, when I say that don't trust anyone, doesn't mean that I don't suggest that distrust or you should have a lack of trust. But trust your Guru. Trust your Guru, be in his abode, be in his custody. That is the only way you will not get hurt, you will never get betrayed. It should start the moment you know about this. And also, this will dissolve your existing feelings and thoughts and emotions of betrayal, which you feel that you've been betrayed. That bitterness will vanish this moment. The moment our whole life becomes Guru-centric, the indwelling Guru. Your disappointments, your hurt, your pain, agony, which you have experienced and gone through in your life thus far, till now, also dissolves. What comes out of it is forgiveness. Let go. It's over. ठीक है, right? Best way to handle the betrayal, the cause of betrayal, is have a relationship without expectations. Maintain the relationship without any expectations. That is also a karma. Maintaining a relationship is also a karma, which should be nishkama karma, without any expectations. Trust your Guru. Trust your Guru, be rest assured, you will never get betrayed. And he will fulfill all your wants. When I will draw your attention to one thing which we always, recite in our artis to Baba. We say we should mean. We say that we should live by that. What do we say in our arti? Tvameva mata pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu sakha tvameva, tvameva mitram mama deva deva. You are my friend, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my guru, you are my God, you are my companion, you are my love. You are everything. I have nothing other than you. This is just in the prayers. This is just in our artis. We just say it and recite it. Do we live by it? That is the problem. That arti has become a ritual without application of mind and understanding. You're the mother, you're the father, you're the friend, you're the philosopher, you're the companion, you're my soul, you're my conscious, you're my guru, you're my God, you are everything. Then why do you get betrayed from somebody else? Why do you have this sense of betrayal? Because others, rest everything is irrelevant. Rest everybody, I like them, I love them, but you are everything to me. You are all these relationships which I mentioned. Why this arti has been written in that manner is that to insulate you from this world, insulate you from this worldly existence where you can get betrayed. When your guru is all this, your mother, father, friend, philosopher, guide, God, guru, your love, your everything, once it is him, be rest assured you're not going to get betrayed. What is between him and you? For him, it is only compassion, zero expectation. For you, you have all the expectations like what you expect from your parents, mother, father, friends, philosophers, love, companion, whatever, everything that you expect, you receive everything from your Guru. But in return, your Guru expects nothing. So this is what a Guru has said, I will give you everything. So you don't worry. It's a very, very delicate path, this worldly existence to walk on. Becomes easy only when you understand. Trust me, after understanding this concept of how to handle betrayal, believe me, half of the people, most of the people rather, whom you feel that you've been betrayed, you will forgive them, whoever has betrayed you. You will forgive and move on. Another most important thing, do we betray? Have we betrayed anybody? We have to, knowingly or unknowingly. We have to keep a check on that also, right? This is how to handle betrayal, which is so long as you are concerned, you are a victim of it. When you unknowingly commit this deed, knowingly at least I am more than sure none of the Saipanthis and the yogis and yoginis, practitioners of Shunipriya would consciously or deliberately try and backstab or betray anybody unknowingly. We may betray. Betrayal comes from gossip. Betrayal comes from talking about people at their back. That is also part of betrayal. Manipulating, backstabbing, otherwise, betrayal. The other word of betrayal is backstabbing. These are all things which stems out of gossips. Besides Arishad Barka, human race has something. I see this in media, the news, and everywhere, or social media, or everywhere. What do they want? Everybody wants. Nobody wants the truth. Everybody wants sensation. World wants sensation, and very short-lived sensation. We become victims of that want of sensation. So we get into this gossip. Baba himself was a victim of gossip. In Shirdi, in Punjabi, there is a saying in Punjabi. Rab nu nahi chhadde, Rab de bande anu nahi chhadde. Sanu kitte chhadenge. Means they don't spare God. They don't spare the masters who are messengers of God. Where will they spare us? Gossip. In Karnataka, there is a very great poet and a saint called Purandaradasa. I don't know how many of us have heard his name, but he is very, very famous in Karnataka. He has said it, it's in Kannada. I don't know, I will just say it for the sake, nobody, I don't know how many will understand. Nindakaru irabeku, handigadante. What it means is, I will narrate the whole his poetry in English. The gossip mongers and people who abuse you verbally, you need them. You definitely need them. Just like the swines in the society. The swines in the society which lives and eats the gutter and they live on it. Likewise, the swines in the society is important to keep the society or your neighborhood clean by eating and living by the human excreta. Very, very, very gross, I agree. But yes, he said it. Likewise, you need people who are betrayers, gossip mongers, and people who abuse you at your back, which is also a part of gossip. So we should abstain. There are, gossips which they say that healthy gossips and all these things. No gossip is healthy. No gossip is healthy. Sorry. We should abstain from that. We should abstain from manipulation. We should not become the swines of the society which thrives on this human excreta called the gossip and backstabbing and speaking ill about somebody at their back or front or whatever. That is how Sri Purandaradasa has written. He's very soft in all his poetry, but for this, where he says, so unnecessary gossips, backbiting, we call it as bitching, all these things, which we feel is harmless. It is may or may not be harmless to the subject, but you are eating their karma. We are eating their sanchita karma, loading our stock of sanchita karma. Don't we have enough? Why do we want theirs? And whoever is so-called victim of gossip, his karma is receding. Substantially it is dropping. That person might be very pained at that moment, but in reality his, sanchita karma, especially the negative ones, are being cleansed and loaded onto yours. Do we want that? Abstain from gossips. That also amounts to betrayal. Backstabbing, backbiting. People have this habit of manipulating at the back, talking ill about somebody, judging. No. So these are all things which we feel that, sometimes harmless gossip, harmless, what do we call, bitching, or especially at workplaces and things like that. It's basically that the feel of thrill or sensation. That's why people tend to do without understanding the consequences of it. So we have to abstain from all those things. You have a right to an opinion. Expressing your opinion, voicing your opinion is not wrong. But you should be able to say this to the person's face who is the subject of your opinion. Or stand up in a circumstance or a situation given and voice your opinion. There's nothing wrong. That is dharma. That is not bitching, that's not backbiting, that is not gossip, that is not backstabbing. It's an opinion, a firm opinion about a person or about a place, about a organization or about anything. Don't sulk, don't gossip, stand up, speak. You're supposed to speak your mind out. That is what is said in dharma. That is dharma. Very thin line. The opinion is the same, but instead of voicing it, standing for it, on your feet and saying it, we gossip. That's where it amounts to backstab. So, anybody has any questions about it, about this today's topic?
I have some questions for you.
Yes.
As very fair enough, Bhaiya, when you talk about betrayal with the individual, right? Here, I'm talking about self-appointed gurus or whatever gurus, because I'm talking from my own personal experience, right? And if you say most of the betrayals you feel is circumstantial, right? And I feel when it comes down to my previous experience, the guru in the subject matter, they knew about my past and everything, right? They encouraged me onto the same path again, the old patterns. I even now I feel totally betrayed by her because I know as much as I say it's my own karma that I went and found them. There's no two ways about it. But thing is, the person who has got the knowledge, and I can really talk about a couple of instances where they're pushing me into my old patterns from my past. I even now I'm not able to understand why this has to happen. By I accept this was not my true guru, whatever it is, right? But how do I explain that? By I totally feel totally betrayed in that sense. I'm finding it very difficult to accept that fact.
Well, I mean, the problem is here you feel betrayed, but the person has not, he doesn't feel he has betrayed you because he believes in what he has told you is right.
Mm-hmm.
For example, he's taught you something, he's asked you to do something which he thinks is right. Even to this day, he thinks it is right. So there is no betrayal here. The moment he says that he's got an expectation from you, right, and he's betraying you by backstabbing you, letting you down consciously or knowingly, that is betrayal. But here he is very convinced about himself and the path that he is showing you, which he is asking you to walk. What do we do? He himself is in an illusion. He himself is in a state where he is happily glorifying himself and his path, which he propagates and follows. So, this is strictly radarbandha, karma, karmic connections, baggages. Yeah, you may feel betrayed. I don't take that away from you, but yes. He firmly believes that what he has told you or what he has asked you to do, even to this day, he feels is right. Consciously, he has not betrayed you. But the whole thing that he has said, you feel is wrong in itself, the whole process, you feel betrayed. So he is an incompetent person, a self-appointed guru. That goes into a different subject altogether. One of the topics which we are going to have soon is that seeker and the master. This will get covered there. Next session of Chintan and Manthan, we will have seekers and masters. So that gets covered there. Right.
Right.
Anybody else has any other questions?
Yeah, I have a small question.
Yes, doctor. Yes, child.
I hope this not being recorded.
It is. That's okay.
Okay. Okay, then I would not have to speak some points.
No question is trivial. You can ask, no problem.
Okay, then is betrayal a part of destiny?
Yeah, that's what was said. The destiny which you have written, the realities and experiences of your life is based on your destiny. So that destiny which you have decided, the betrayal is one of the major experiences of your life. That burns a lot of your karmas, sanchit karma. The experience of betrayal really dissolves a lot of your sanchit karma. So that is something which you have written the destiny for yourself before taking this birth. So it is part of the destiny, yes.
So we should not repent or we should, like you said.
How do we handle the outcome of that feeling? Having been here, what we discussed, how do we handle the outcome of that betrayal?
Betrayal will not know immediately, no? Betrayal will.
Whenever you get to know, whenever you realize that you've been betrayed, how do you handle that? That was the subject. How do we handle the betrayal?
Yeah, like you said, forgive.
Forgiveness comes from within. Then you start depending and trusting anybody other than your guru. When your expectations is zero from your relationships, there is no scope for any betrayal. When you see all your most beautiful relationships in your guru, then guru will never betray you. And yet all your expectations, all your wants, you find in your guru. Fulfillment of all your wants in terms of emotional dependency, everything depends, you find it in your guru, then there is no betrayal.
Okay, thank you.
Sarah.